Hello, my name is Don and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to look at this Tandemized 1022, so stay tuned. All right guys, so just to let you know, all the Tandemcross parts were sent to me by TANDEMKROSS to make this video. They didn't pay me anything to make this video, but I do get to keep the parts when I'm done. So keep that in mind while you're watching this video. So guys, they sent me their Spitfire lightweight barrel with M-lock slots all the way around the barrel. So I'm kind of curious to see how this thing's going to shoot, how accurate it is. They sent me their Manticore trigger. They sent me their Manticore X trigger, which I'll show you later. They also sent me their Crossfire Bolt and their dual 10 magazines. Just to let you know what else we got going here on this build, guys, this is sitting in a Luth AR stock. We have the Arken EPL 4-16 super lightweight 30mm scope. We're using the Faxon FF22 receiver. Now guys, they don't make this receiver in this color anymore. I think the only color you can get nowadays is black. Now Faxon did send me this a couple of years ago. I made a video about it. Great receiver. The only problem that I don't like about this receiver is the barrel fitment. So the barrel fitment is a little loose on this receiver. So on a build like this, I think that's perfectly fine. But if you're building a precision build, I don't think that this would be the best receiver to use. Now, if you do intend on using a receiver, the Faxon receiver, they do make a V-block with an adjustable, basically barrel droop screw, which actually pushes the barrel up into the receiver to fit like it's supposed to. So if you buy one of these and you intend on trying to get some decent accuracy out of it, I would definitely go with one of those kind of V-blocks. Now guys, the Luth AR MCA 22 stock has been pretty good for me. I've had this on multiple different builds, lightweight builds. I think this stock shines on a build like this where you're looking for lightweight. It's got the adjustable comb, adjustable length of pull. It's got a lot of M-lock on the bottom here, and it's a really lightweight stock. So on a build like this, this is the stock you'd probably want to use. And the other thing that we're using for an Arca rail is the Salmon River Solutions Arca rail. And I really like this one because it does have a area cut out for the action screw, so works out really good for this this build. Now guys, all these parts had been, the fit and finish has been phenomenal on them. The cross bolt is it's a very well made bolt, seems to work really good. I've shot probably a couple thousand rounds through this rig already in a different receiver, to be perfectly honest. I had it in a Brownells receiver, and I thought it would look better with the red receiver, and obviously it does. This thing is phenomenal looking. Now, if I would have known I was going to use this red receiver, they do make this barrel in multiple different colors as well. I could have gotten the red sleeve for the outside and went with either a silver or a black barrel, and I think that would have been even better looking than it is now. But I kind of like the red and the black subdued barrel. I think it looks really good. But looks aren't everything. How does this thing shoot? Now, the thing that kind of led me to putting it in the stock is I want to know just how accurate this thing is. And with the Manticore X trigger assembly, I don't think that's the best setup for accuracy testing, but this stock should work really well. The thing that kind of makes me think that it could have, you know, maybe it won't be all that accurate is all the M-lock slots. Now I gotta imagine if you put anything on these slots, it's going to change the harmonics of the barrel a little bit, and it could help or hinder accuracy a little bit. Now guys, they do make M-lock iron sights for this, so you basically stick one on here, one on the back, and you have an iron sighted rifle. I kind of wish I would have had a set of those to try out. They have fiber optics. I'll show them on screen down here while we're talking, but looks like a pretty cool concept, and you know, that's what Tandemcross is all about. They're about innovation. If you look at this Manticore trigger, they have this huge magazine release paddle where you can push forward and release the mag, and you can pull towards you to release the mag. And these dual 10 magazines have been almost flawless for me. They're a very well made double stacked 10 round magazine. So you got 10 rounds on this end, 10 rounds on this end, and I haven't had any issues with them. Now, once they got a little dirty, they did start to malfunction a little bit, and they were almost black inside. So it was time to clean them. And any magazine, if you let it get dirty, it's not going to work right. So once I cleaned them up, I put them back together, and they've worked flawless ever since. The other thing I like about this Manticore trigger is the flip safety. So we don't have to worry about that push button safety. That's a little awkward if you're trying to use this in competition. We've got basically an AR-15 style safety on it that you would use with your thumb. Instead of your thumb, you're using your lead finger to activate the safety. Guys, the other nice thing about the Manticore trigger is it has a huge bolt hold open. I mean, this thing is monstrous. It's on the left side. I'll put a picture up. It also has the slingshot feature where you just pull it back and slide it forward instead of having to actuate the lever like on the stock one. This thing is set up for competition, and once we find out just how accurate this barrel is, we're going to put the Manticore X trigger assembly on there. It's kind of like a trigger stock style assembly. We're going to put it on that, and then we're going to take it over and we're going to shoot some steel with it and just see how fast that lightweight rifle is. So let's go over to the bench. We'll set this thing up and see how accurate it is. All right, guys. So first off, let me state that I am not expecting pinpoint accuracy with this barrel. This barrel is made for shooting like Steel Challenge stuff up close and fast. It's made to be lightweight for transitioning from left to right, you know, one target to another as fast as possible. It's not really made for pinpoint accuracy. If it was, it wouldn't have these M-lock slots in it. As you know, anytime you add something or touch a barrel, whatever, you can affect the harmonics of the barrel. So just the fact that it has the M-lock slots in it, I'm really not expecting, you know, pinpoint accuracy with it. Number two, it doesn't tell me what chamber is in it. I'm guessing it's probably a sporter chamber and not a match chamber. A sporter chamber is going to be more reliable for, you know, competition, where it's going to feed without jamming up. It's going to, you know, the chamber is going to take some soot and some, you know, buildup inside without causing the rounds to get stuck in it. So it probably has a sporter chamber in it. So in my experience, sporter chambers are never really, you know, they're not pinpoint accurate like a match chamber would be. Now, I've tested some really lightweight barrels on the channel. I've tested the Kid 16-inch ultra lightweight barrel, very, very pinpoint accurate, but that's got a match chamber. I've also tested the Pistol 10.5. I think it's a 10.5-inch barrel. That was the lightweight, not the ultra lightweight, so a little bit heavier barrel, and that shot really good. For a 10-inch barrel, that thing was shooting under half an inch at 50 yards. So I don't know what to expect out of this barrel. I know I have shot it. You know, I've shot steel with this thing. I've shot it with the suppressor on, and it seems to be pretty accurate. But I've never grouped it. So let's just see how it groups. We'll start off with some semi-auto, SK semi-auto. Everything we're going to be shooting today is SK. Semi-auto is probably, you know, if I were to shoot Steel Challenge with this, I'd either shoot semi-auto or I've got a few kind of crappy batches of Norma Match or some TAC 22. I would probably shoot out of this for close range, fast stuff. You know, it's reliable ammunition, fairly accurate. The SK, I've had pretty good luck with the semi-auto being fairly accurate in most of my rifles. Out to 100 yards, you start going out past 100 and it's not as accurate as, you know, other offerings. But we'll start off with the SK semi-auto. I don't have very much long range left. I might have maybe 10 rounds in there. And then this rifle match, I don't even know if I want to shoot it because it's not a very good lot. And then the Standard Plus is, it's all right, but we'll see what it does. I don't expect, like I said, I don't expect miracles out of this. It is a lightweight barrel with M-lock slots in it. So, all right, let's see what we get here. Hopefully it's zeroed. Let me move my microphone over a little bit. All right, hopefully we got a good zero here. It should be zeroed. This is the SK semi-auto. I figure we'll shoot 10 rounds first off to warm the barrel up, and then we'll shoot a couple 5-round groups with each one. All right, well, not horrible. We had a few shots out of the group, but I think 6 or 7 were in a decent group. Let's go down a little bit. All right, let's see where that gets us. Nice. All right, so about what I figured. Now, granted, that was with the SK semi-auto. Like I said, I've had decent luck with that. Probably what I would shoot out of this for Steel Challenge. I really like my SK product, so I shoot pretty much SK most of the time, as long as I can find it. All right, so the next one we're going to try is the SK Standard Plus. I've got 2 different lots of this stuff, and neither one of them have really set the world on fire, if you know what I mean. It's kind of so-so, but it's still better than most of the American ammunition that I have available to me. So, all right, let's shoot another 10 shot and then 2 5 shots. All right, for what this barrel is, that wasn't half bad. All right. Ooh. Don't know what that was all about. I'm going to put a little pressure on the bipod this time, just to see if we can't stabilize this out a little bit better. About the same. I don't like putting pressure on these weaker plastic stocks because you can change the impact point if you're putting more pressure on it one time than another shot. You didn't put as much pressure on it. Idea is to be consistent, and when you're putting pressure on a bipod, it's hard to be consistent. All right, we'll try some of this SK rifle match. Like I said, guys, I am not expecting much out of this stuff. It's kind of not the best lot in the world, but we'll give it a try. You never know. Some rifles like ammo that other rifles don't, so we'll see what happens here. All right, guys, this is SK rifle match. Ooh, flyer. Now I can tell you one thing, I'm getting a little heat mirage with the hotter temperatures and the humidity. I'm not surprised. I'm seeing heat mirage. So it doesn't seem to matter what I'm putting through it. It's shooting everything about the same. Got 10 rounds left of the long range match. So we'll just shoot one 10-round group and we'll call it a day. All right, long range match. about the same. So yeah, guys, I think that's about as good as it gets with this barrel. That seems to be pretty standard stuff. Plenty accurate out to 50 yards. This isn't anything that you're going to be shooting long range with, or even taking out to 100 yards for that matter. But even if you did, you know, if you were shooting 4-inch steel, you're not going to have a problem hitting 4-inch steel at 100 yards with this. It's plenty accurate for what it is. It's not a match barrel. It's not a, you know, like the Kid ultra lightweight barrel. Those are set up for being super accurate, and they are. They're very accurate. This is just meant for a, you know, to be a competition barrel. If you want to put, you know, their M-LOK sights on here, you can do that. I don't know what else you would want to put on it, but anytime you mount something to a barrel, you are going to change how consistent the barrel is and how accurate it is. So I don't know. I just was curious to see how this barrel would shoot, and it's about what I expected, because like I said, it probably has a sporter chamber in it. So you're only going to get, that's what a sporter chamber does, exactly what this did. So I imagine that's what's in it. All right, guys, so let's take this rifle back apart. What we're going to do is put it in the Manticore X frame, and then we'll come out and we'll shoot some steel, so stand by. All right, guys, so we've got the Manticore X trigger system on here, and what this does basically is it takes the place of a stock. We've got a small forend, M-LOK forend on here that I got through Tandemcross. We're running Tandemcross's folding stock on here. Now you can angle this down like it is right now, or you can set it up straight, either way. If you're running a short mount for your red dot, you're probably going to want it down on an angle like this. But basically it's the same Manticore trigger that, that I was using earlier, except this is, like I said, it takes the place of a stock. Now we're still running the lightweight barrel on here. Now guys, what you see right here weighs 3 pounds 14 ounces without the suppressor. Super light, lightest 1022 that I've ever put my hands on. The folder works pretty good. You do kind of got to give it the what for to get it to detach, and it does lock when it's closed, but then you got to pretty much got to lift up on it again, and then it closes up, and it's pretty solid. It's very small, but that's kind of the whole idea of this package right here. Now, everything on this basically is Tandemcross except for the receiver and the suppressor and the red dot. But as far as the rifle goes, just the receiver, and that's made by Faxon. And again, guys, they don't make this color anymore that I know of. I haven't had any issues with this as of yet. I just got done putting 150 rounds through here, shooting a bunch of steel, making sure that we were sighted in. I sighted it in for 20, and then I went up a little bit because it was still hitting a little low. So it's all set up. We're just gonna shoot some steel here real quick, and then we'll finish up the video. So guys, we're running Remington Standard V. And this is exactly what this ammunition is made for. All right, guys, here we go. Little ones up. That's 175 rounds with no problems whatsoever. All right, here we go again. Doesn't take long to burn through 15 rounds. I tell you, this is the most fun I've had making a video in a long time. This is just, it's a lot of fun. Boom, 15 rounds gone. Ton of fun though, ton of fun. Now that's one little thing, like when you go to load this thing, every once in a while, the magazine kind of tilts a little bit, and it is hard to, I don't know, get it in there just right. So there is a little bit of a training issue there. So it doesn't just click in like you want it to every time, but for the most part, it works all right. Looks like I'm shooting a little left. Yep, gone again. That's pretty much it on my ammo, guys. That standard V runs really good, and that's kind of what the standard V is made for, guys. This type of shooting, you know, it's accurate enough to, you know, hammer away at steel like this. Oh, I did notice my my recoil buffer is actually starting to walk out. So I have had a little bit of trouble with this. It's a really hard rubber buffer, and it wants to come out every once in a while. It does take a little effort to push it back in, but the trigger pins have stayed put. They do have little detents in them. Now they are moving back and forth pretty easy right now, so I'm kind of wondering if that could become an issue over time. Now, I did use this with a Brownells receiver, a very, very used Brownells receiver, and we did have some trouble with the trigger pins coming out with that receiver. But yeah, guys, that's the only issue that I've really had with this thing, is the trigger pins walking out on the different receiver, and then this buffer walking out on me. So as long as you keep an eye on that stuff while you're shooting, you know, if you got to push them back in, it's kind of, I don't really like the idea of it. I think you should be able to run these things without any trouble. I mean, you know, these trigger pins should stay put, and the buffer pin should stay put as well. And I've had a little bit of trouble with them staying put. But other than that, the thing runs like a clock. Works really good. The trigger is phenomenal. I love the way the safety works on this, and the magazine release. I like the bolt hold open. That works really good. The only thing with the bolt hold open is the rifle has to be straight up and down like this. If you have it tilted to the side in any way, shape, or form, if you try to slingshot it forward, it won't slingshot forward. It has to be perfectly straight up and down for the bolt hold open to slingshot. So few little tiny issues, nothing that you can't work through, but yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty fun little rifle to shoot. I just wish there was a little bit better way to hold these pins in. The detents don't seem to be working as good as you would hope, and that buffer walking out on me kind of bothers me a little bit too. I wonder if they were to make some kind of a plate that would, you know, kind of cover the whole side of this, and maybe you would hold it to the receiver with some screws through the trigger pins. That way you would have an enclosed magazine housing, and it might load a little easier as well. Just a couple of thoughts that I've had while I've been using this to make this a little bit more less maintenance while you're trying to shoot it, because a lot of times you'll get involved in doing what you're doing, and if you don't check these things, you know, they could be falling out on you and you might not even know it. So other than that, that's the only issue that I've really seen with this whole setup. The barrel is fairly accurate for what it is. Most of the time when you're shooting what you're going to be shooting with this type of a rifle, this thing's made to go fast at short distances, and it does exactly that. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you today. I hope you really like my sexy glasses here. Again, they're made by AimCam Pro. I'll leave a link to them down in the description. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. It's just something I bought to use at 3-gun matches instead of, you know, a GoPro. It kind of gives you a little bit more of a POV. And if you set the camera up correctly, you can actually see the red dot as well. So it's kind of cool. I'll leave a link down in the description. All right, guys, well, that's pretty much all I got for you today. So if you like what you saw, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you like what I'm doing here, go down there and hit that subscribe button, guys. I can't build this channel without you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.